Well, Lee Coleman is entering his third season as the head coach of the GMC Prep football team. The Bulldogs had their first winning season last year since 2011. He sat down recently with our Bill Shanks in the Coach's Corner.
Lee Coleman is the head coach for the GMC Bulldogs, now in his third season. All right, 2 years behind you, and last year, Coach Coleman, you were 6-5. It was really the best record for GMC in a decade. So that was a great year for you. What did that mean for the program and for you in that second season to prepare you for season 3?
I think it meant a lot. Coming in my first year, it's funny, I tell the people, I only had 6 guys when I first stepped in the weight room in the summer of June of 2019. 6 players coming out. We had a region schedule that was tough. We played against some extremely talented athletes in that one region, and we went 2-8. It was a struggle. And then going into the pandemic, which scared me because it was like we were already small. We needed to be in the weight room. What could we do? We had started an off-season tradition. We got into the weight room at 6 a.m. and we started working, and it got cut short. And so it was up to those guys to develop until we got them again. And so our stress level was insane last year, but the guys came out and performed. And I think what that came into is, like, I always tell the guys I hate losing. I'm not one of those guys that I enjoy losing. I hate it. And so I want my kids to feel that way, because in the past, they lose is normal. And the start of the season was 1-3. And so it was going downhill real fast in a hurry. But I give all the credit to those guys, the resilience that they showed. They played hard and competed, and it took for one win to see that they could win again. Yeah. And so I'm excited. We did a lot of 7-on-7 this year, this summer. So we was cleaning up a little bit of stuff over the summer. We did a paddock camp, and that's when I was like, oh, we got a long way to go. We still got it. But it was, everything happened according to the plan. It was all teachable moments. I use every instance as a teachable moment. And so I think going in tonight, we have a scrimmage game. And so hopefully that method in those paddock camp and all the stuff we did this summer, it'll come out with those messages. Like, you're not going to be, everybody knows about you this year. Last year, you were still GMC. Now you show that you're a playoff team. Now people are gunning for you. And so now I'm excited to see the motivation, because my guys have grown. They're a little more mature, but we're still kids because we're still sophomores and juniors. So I'm excited to see what our true growth is.
You know how I know Coach Coleman's getting good as the head coach in his third year? He just answered my second question without me even having to ask it. That's right there, experience. All right. In our next report, we're going to get more specific about GMC for this season and talk about a young team that has a little bit of experience going into 2021. Coach Lee Coleman is back with us from the GMC Bulldogs, who were 6-5 last year, a playoff appearance, first good season, great season really in the last decade. Coach, you've got experience, some maturity, but yet 4 seniors. Let's talk about offense first, where you've got Tyler Saunders, your second-year quarterback. Tell us briefly about him.
Tyler is a guy, his freshman year when I saw him, he was probably my height, probably like 5'9", 5'10", and weighed 120 pounds. Over the offseason, he gained 40 pounds. He came back last year as a sophomore, weighed 160. Work ethic is crazy. He went through some struggles. I knew he was going to go through the growing pains as a sophomore. But, man, this year I'm excited about him. He's developed a little more. He got more confidence. He got 10 games under his belt as a starter. And so I'm excited for what he can do. He can really throw the football. So I'm excited to see his leadership.
And you've got some skill players around him, right? That's kind of your strength of this team, an experienced quarterback and some good skill players.
I do, man. In my running back situation, I have 2 sophomores playing running back with a sprinkle in with my senior. My senior is also starting tight end along with another tight end that's a sophomore who's really talented. In my receiving corps, I got a junior, a sophomore who's really good, and I got another senior who came out to play football. And those guys, man, you can put the ball in their hands, and they got ability to make plays.
That's good. That's good. 7 stars back on offense and on defense. Sounds like your linebackers, your secondary are strong. You have some line of scrimmage issues on both sides of the ball. Is that going to take you a little while to figure out maybe end of the season?
I think it's one of those, as we have with scrimmage, like you said, with secondary, we've got a lot of experience coming back. A lot of those guys played. Linebacker wise, everybody played last year. We got one that we're switched that he just came out to play football, but he's a tough kid. Defensive line, I think will be better. I think we're going to be fine. We're bigger up there. We got some tools there. Offensive line, it's all about aggressiveness. I think with these scrimmage games, I think we can learn from the film and continue to see what we're messing up on it. Just being aggressive. I think if we go out aggressive, I think we got a really good chance.
All right, real quick now, you won 6 games last year, so the expectations are higher this year. You think those kids with the experience and the snaps they got last year are ready for that?
I think so. I think even though we're young, like you said, we're an experienced team, but we're super young. I think with the mind frame and the mindset of those guys, I always push greatness. I always tell them you got to expect to be great. If it was easy, everybody would do it. Greatness is a mindset thing, and we have to carry that mindset in everything we do, whether it's the classroom, whether it's on the field. We have to go be great, and so that's the challenge this year: is go be great in everything that we do.
All right, first game August the 20th against Creekside Christian. Coach Coleman, it's a pleasure to have you on with us. Thank you so much for your time. Good luck to you this year.
Thank you, sir.